It's the Raw Wrap-Up. I'm Sorgatron. We are in the Mayhem Studio in the final days of this location in Pittsburgh, PA. With me on the line in the Googleverse is Mad Mike in Poughkeepsie, New York.
The Googleverse.
Yeah, you know.
The Googleverse. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Yep, we're gonna go with it. That's fine.
Absolutely.
Fuck it, we'll do it live, Sorg.
And for those that were wondering, why was this not live? Why did I not catch this when it was on? Yeah, we did have a little bit of an hour delay because I had to go pick up my sister-in-law at the airport, and I thought I'd be able to watch Raw on the road and get back and do it at a reasonable time, and then it got delayed. Thanks, Chicago. Yeah.
It's all CM Punk's fault. It's basically
It's all CM Punk's fault.
Yeah.
So thank you anybody that does drop us in live and checking everything out. Of course, you can find the Raw wrap up on iTunes, Stitcher, iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, and
iHeartRadio. Maybe
I don't think we made iHeartRadio. We don't
Okay.
announce that stuff. We just talk about it. And then nobody knows. I don't think anybody knows we're in a bunch of other places when they find us here on YouTube and stuff like that.
We might be in your backyard.
Scary as it is. What's up? But anyways. But no, it's Raw. Disclaimer, I probably missed the first 30 to 45 minutes of Raw because I had a meeting tonight. So first, Mike, explain to me what I missed in the first 45 minutes of Raw, and let me know how much of that 45 minutes was watchable.
Well, Big Cass came out and did Big Cass things.
I keep missing the Big Cass things.
You keep missing the Big Cass things.
Top of the show. Big ass, you mean?
No, Big Cass. Big Cass. We're gonna say it's Big Cass. He came out and he was talking, and it was okay. But then he said no one's bigger than him, and well, you can guess who came out. Just take a guess who came out, Sorg.
Who's Big Show?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and he got punched in the face, and now we're gonna get Big Show versus Big Cass probably. Then after that, Sorg, you also missed the Drifter.
Son of a bitch!
You missed the Drifter, Sorg.
Was it him, Balor, right?
It was him and Balor. Yeah, it was a good match too.
We didn't have room at the pay-per-view, but we had Kurt Hawkins and Heath Slater.
Yeah.
Kurt Hawkins, apparently Heath Slater went over with a Canadian Destroyer from the top rope.
That's before he even said that in the tweet, I assumed that was the finish because that's what they're known for.
We all know Heath Slater's been working on that move.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, he's got kids. He needs that job.
Absolutely. Also has a family now.
And right after Finn won, the Hardy Boys came out.
That's where I started watching. I think right at the end of whatever their promo was
okay.
The club came out and they did their thing.
Did you get to see the promo, Sorg?
I got to see their interactions.
Okay, so you didn't get to see the promo where Jeff said he was worried that they might be fading away and classifying themselves as obsolete.
Okay, now I caught the bits later where they were talking about, where they mentioned being broken. They mentioned it feels like they're sliding into it.
I think, and I hope you're right. I hope the entire internet's right. I mean, I made the title of the show "Broken Beginnings" for Christ's sake. I hope we're right. Especially after the Revival came out and beat the shit out of them.
Which seems like the perfect thing to...
Oh, that's the perfect opponent for them to do the Broken Brilliance against.
Absolutely.
I mean, it kind of sucks because that means the Revival's going to lose. But...
It doesn't mean... That does not mean that we're not going to enjoy it.
But you know what it does mean, though? If the Hardys are going away for a little bit to become broken, Raw needs a face tag team. Like really badly.
Oh wow! Yeah, who's left?
Yeah, there is no one.
Or does it just become a thing where the club and the bar and just tangle for a while?
The club's not gonna be face.
No, they don't have to be face. Maybe they do a heel thing.
Heel tag team. No, I don't like that. I don't like that concept at all, Sorg.
I'm gonna love it when that's completely what they're gonna do next week.
Oh man.
What other teams are on Raw? Like seriously, like in general.
We pretty much mentioned all of them. The
No.
Hardys, the Club, the Revival, and the champs, Sheamus and Cesaro.
There's got to be more. That way,
Nope. Enzo and Cass broke up.
there are so many.
Golden Truth broke up.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, unless we get Dean and Seth together, I don't think that's going to happen. But I mean, there are no other face tag teams on Raw. Sorg. There are no other tag teams on Raw.
I'm doing a quick scan on here.
You can do a quick scan. I'm correct. I know this.
Wow. Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
Unless like Bray and Braun decide to get together, but I don't think that's happening.
No, I don't think that's happening either.
Unless Axel and Dallas become a thing.
Yeah, but they're not going to be faces.
No, they're not going to be good guys. That's for sure. Although I did love when they chanted "You deserve it" for Bo.
Yes, because they do. They both deserve that Mizzy Award, Sorg.
I'm still going through. There's got to be a tag team we're not thinking of.
There is not a tag team that we're not thinking of.
Wow.
There absolutely isn't, because they broke up the two other face tag teams that we had on Raw.
Heath Slater and Rhino are going to have so much to do with all those bad guys.
Oh, God. All right, that's the other one we were thinking of, Heath Slater and Rhino.
Oh, yeah, I thought well, it was in my head at least. So.
Yeah, they haven't been on TV.
They were on the paper. One was on the pay-per-view. Well, no, they have been on TV. They were just on last week with.
Yeah,
with
but when
Finn.
was the last time they were actually in a straight up tag team match?
No, like 6 mans and stuff. So you're right there.
Yeah, I guess. I mean that's probably the way we have to go. But
be curious. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Well, anyways, there was plenty more that happened tonight. Roman Reigns not arrested for attempted vehicular manslaughter. So there's that.
Roman Reigns also caught looking like the awkward third wheel when your two best friends start making out.
Wait, at what point?
During the promo.
During the promo? Okay.
During the promo with Joe and Lesnar, where Joe came out and basically ignored Roman completely and just went right after Joe.
I love one tweet. I don't know if it was you or somebody else that says Roman Reigns sitting in on a promo class with Joe, Brock, and Heyman.
Yep, that was basically it. Because Roman was just standing there like, "Oh, you have to be intense." I get it, and you can say shit like we can say that, really.
The reaction gift of Heyman on that one,
and the reaction of Angle.
Mm-hmm.
The reaction of Angle was almost better because Angle looked like it was a cutaway from Arrested Development, for Christ's sake. But so Sorg, how do you think next week is going to go with Roman versus Joe?
Roman versus Joe. We got some big stuff coming next week. There's Roman versus Joe, and then there's this big reveal with Kurt Angle.
We'll get to that.
I think we're very obviously going to get a 3-way dance at SummerSlam.
I think we're going to get a fatal 4-way.
Who's 4?
Braun!
I'm not finished with you yet.
He's not finished with anyone.
Oh,
he's not finished with fucking anyone, Sorg.
Just took the week off to do some fishing.
Maybe check his Tinder.
Yeah. Country pride.
Chicks dig scars.
Scars.
Glory lasts forever. No, but I it's really going to be interesting because there's a couple ways they could go with it. They could go Braun breaks up the match. We get a fail 4-way. Braun helps Joe win. We could do that. And then we get a fail 4-way or we get 2 singles matches.
Yeah, I think I see the fatal 4-way because, I'm looking at SummerSlam and I'm thinking about all the people that could not, because I was thinking about how Finn was not on the show last night. We couldn't even do him and Drifter as a throwaway match on a pay-per-view. And how full that roster is, and now you're combining them. Like it'll be interesting to see who makes the cut for it. And I think they'll be like, why is Dean not on this? Why is Seth not on this? Or whatever the case may be.
Is SummerSlam 4 hours this year?
Is it?
It is.
Was it last year?
Pretty sure it was.
Okay, I guess we are going into that realm. So, yeah, it was. Yeah, they were starting to do that. That's right.
Yeah. So I mean, you still have an extra hour to play with, plus whatever pre-show matches you want to throw on there.
Shit, that means that Mega Bus I was looking at is not going to work.
Oh.
Yeah. So that screws my plans to try to come up for SummerSlam. I got to work the night before, guys. So maybe it'll be a train. Anyways, that's
you
a
could
whole.
just drive.
Ew.
I did it.
Ew. Yeah, I've done it, and I'm over it. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. I don't want to leave my car in New York City. Jeez.
Don't leave it in Jersey or leave it in Westchester.
Anyways, my self-imposed trying to take a vacation day aside, because so let's what else do you want to touch on here? What else kind of caught your attention? Let's because I know. What did you like tonight?
I mean, I like the Joe and Brock stuff. I thought the main event match was good. I don't still care really about like Seth and Bray.
They're doing good stuff, but it's stuff. Like
it's Bray Wyatt. Like they have to work really, really, really hard to make me care about him again. And like when they mentioned that both guys were former WWE champions, I almost forgot that Bray was a former champion.
Yeah, and that was WrestleMania.
Yeah. Like, and I don't know. Like, I think I'm done with Bray just for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he can have good matches, and that's fantastic. But like, Bray wasn't even. He was in the main event match, but he wasn't the main event story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, are we transitioning to Miz and Bray Wyatt teaming up again? Because no one wants that.
It could be an interesting dynamic considering the Miz for us.
But they did that on the Superstar Shakeup episode.
It's true. That's true. Like, okay. So that aside, so
I'm honestly done with Miz versus Dean Ambrose.
That feels like it doesn't.
I'm done with that.
No, I'm with you. Miz as Intercontinental Champion is amazing.
Yes, but Miz he needs to move on.
But Miz versus Dean is tired. It's becoming the what was the old Dolph Ziggler, Kofi Kingston of yesteryear.
Yes,
where it's like we're doing this again. Oh, whoa, you have people to beat him up. All right, I am curious because this has to Dean has to like I'm watching the pay-per-view match and I'm like, what we know? How does Dean not figure out what's going to happen? Right?
Yeah, like a child could figure out what's going to happen.
Like I get the we're doing X, Y, and Z because that's how the story usually works. It's like, yeah, but do we have to? Because that person has been wrestling long enough to see that thing happen. He was actually part of the group that did that all the time.
Although one image I will never get tired of, and I have to give them credit, when one member of the Shield or the former Shield is surrounded by three guys around the ring.
Yeah.
I'll never get tired of that image.
Like it's a karma thing.
Yeah, but especially considering there is a fourth side that you can exit on.
But that's
there are four sides.
It's camera side. But it's
no,
camera
it's
side.
not. It's always ramp side.
It is ramp side, isn't it?
It's always ramp side because you see the back of Curtis Axel's head.
That's for the potential run and help.
I know, but you can also run out.
You just do that. It's standard. Yes. All right, we're gonna. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. We're gonna do an experiment next time. Next indie show that we get you to, we're gonna ask if we can get in the ring. We're gonna grab two other people. We're gonna put you in the middle of it, and we're gonna see if you could run out before we can get to you.
All right. First of all,
you probably will because I'm just gonna trip over the ropes. To be quite honest with you, because.
I'd also say your experiment is flawed because I have only stepped inside of a wrestling ring once.
Okay.
And that was not graceful. So
It never is. Like they should like train you. Like they're just like, listen, make sure your foot clears.
no. Seth Rollins is graceful. Seth Rollins is the guy who nearly avoided being impaled by a steel cage. I'm
Yep.
pretty sure he would find a way to exit stage right, as it were.
He was like 2 inches away from like changing wrestling forever by on live TV.
Yeah, he was 2 inches away from getting WWE bankrupt.
Mm-hmm.
Like legitimately, probably with a huge lawsuit.
Brandon brings up it could be Seth Rollins is going after the Miz because he's been interfering.
But I don't want that either. Like, no, I'm sorry. The faces on Raw are horrible. There are no good faces on Raw.
We are well. Who do we usually talk about? Man, Joe was good, and
you know who I really think is going to go after Miz for SummerSlam? Because last night on Raw Talk, Miz got really intense. He had another really good promo about the IC title, and he's like, "I will challenge anyone. I will take on all comers. It doesn't matter who wants this belt. I will challenge anyone." And Sorg, I don't know about you. I don't know if you know your professional wrestling or not, but that is the mating call of Big Match John.
The mating call of Big Match John.
Yes. It's the Kalukuku of free agent John Cena.
Kalukuku?
Yes. Yeah, I brought out a reference to the pilot episode of Doug from Nickelodeon. You're welcome, Internet. But if that's not basically calling out John Cena for an IC title match or SummerSlam, I don't know what is. Because he's free agent John Cena. He's Big Match John. I think it could happen. Because honestly, who's John Cena going to wrestle on SmackDown? Rusev again? Nope. Cena's going to grab that flag real quick, and he's going to be done with Big Roo.
Big Roo. Oh, okay.
Yeah. What did you like on Raw tonight, Sorg?
What did I like on Raw? I thought I liked a little bit of the women's match. I liked the promo with
Bailey winning
Joe and Brock. I honestly
they don't know what they're doing with women at all. They have zero idea with what they're doing with the women's division.
Just like the average wrestling fan.
No, SmackDown does fine.
Mm-hmm.
SmackDown had a tiny hiccup, but they're doing fine with the women's division.
And again, like I think the individuals are doing great. I thought Bliss and Sasha were great last night.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, this is nothing on the performers. It's like the TNA argument. It's nothing on the performers. There's just no story involved at all. Like Bailey is suddenly winning again. Like, shouldn't she be on a losing streak to kind of further that? Like, we had 2 weeks of Bailey losing, and now she wins the match. I'm like, what is going on here? I don't even know. They don't even know. And we condensed the cruiserweight match into one segment again.
And Brandon points out with Neville getting his first pin for a while.
Yeah, which just indicates that Tozawa's never getting that title.
That's okay.
I mean, that's how wrestling works.
Okay. But still, I thought there was a lot of fun stuff that happened in there. And
I am excited for the Dar versus Cedric I Quit match tomorrow night.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of fun. I would have liked if they promoted that last week. That would have been great.
They and really, hey, that's it. The point of those matches was to whet your appetite for tomorrow night, and I think that did that.
Yeah, but all they would have had to do is announce that, and my appetite would have been wet. Like, you can actually progress a storyline, which I mean they did, but
speaking of wet,
in a 5-minute tag match.
Speaking of wet, we do need to talk about that final scene on Raw tonight, and of course we're having some more awkward interrupting text messages. Discussing in front of a camera without, so the person is going to be here on Raw next week.
And Raw ended with Kurt saying he loves them.
Yes. So I think it's obvious. Do you want to go first?
I have. Hold on. 3 people in my head it could be.
3. I got one and only.
Okay.
Brandon has a couple too.
All right. Do you want me to do one of mine first? Maybe it
No,
overlaps.
let me do mine, and I'm curious.
Okay. All right.
Let me do mine. I think it's obviously Dixie Carter.
Okay, that's one of mine.
Okay. Brandon adds Dixie or Stephanie McMahon could be coming to Raw.
That's another one of mine.
I'm curious what your other 2 could be.
Oh no. Dixie and Stephanie were 2 out of my 3.
Oh, 3. I thought she had 4.
Yeah. No. I was counting. I discarded the potential of a 4th one. I was trying to think.
I want to know what the potential was.
The potential was Triple H.
We're going that way. All right.
Hey, it's a thing.
It's 2017, baby.
Gender's fluid now, Sorg.
Yes, it is.
But no, my 3rd pick is Vincent Kenny McMahon himself.
I love the idea of just Kurt Angle saying "I love you" to Vince McMahon.
I just watched WWE 24. He does it.
He does. Oh.
Yeah, they say they love you they say I love you to each other. There's nothing wrong with that.
Or it's Charlie Haas, maybe.
Oh, Sorg. Okay, I have a 4th.
Shelton Benjamin.
Shelton Benjamin.
Oh, that's peaking. Or Shelton's mama.
Fuck. If Thea Vidal rolls out on Raw, it's gonna beat Lucha in the midweek war, and it didn't even take place in the middle of the week.
What?
Yes, Thea Vidal was Shelton Benjamin's mama.
I mean, okay.
Now, all right. I did have a 4th. I wasn't going to say it because it brings up bad things. But now it's my 5th option with the addition of Shelton Benjamin. Do you know who it is, Sorg?
Wait. The Queen. Charmel.
No, not Charmel.
Remember his time with Charmel? He was
Oh, maybe that's how Booker T leaves the Raw commentary desk.
There, and it ends up being her.
Oh, maybe that's how Booker T leaves the Raw commentary desk.
What would be more damaging, right? Like, I'm with your lady, Book. What hell? What did he say? Did he call her dark meat or dark chocolate?
Dark. I think he said both.
Yeah.
But Sorg, what if it's Karen Jarrett?
Oh.
GF dub.
I'm glad I didn't take the swig because it would have been a spick take.
The Global Force invasion of Raw.
Oh no, that hurts me. That hurts me so much.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No, but I really think it's just Stephanie.
Yeah,
I think it's Stephanie. Stephanie makes the most sense. I would love it to be Dixie Carter. I think that would be mind blowing. Like if.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be his real wife or anything. I mean, she is an actress, but still.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be his real wife.
Did I talk about on here how I do, not so much anymore, but I've done a lot of ride sharing, Lyft, Uber as a driver, and I had a woman get in my car up in Mount Washington that claimed to be best friends with Kurt Angle's wife.
I believe it.
So, in this town. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I believe it.
I mean, it's like there's several things that you can count on in this town. Things like that. Things like people who have met and adore Bruno Sammartino and members of Rusted Root.
Okay. Did not expect that 3rd one, but yeah, sure, I'll go with it.
You'd be surprised. I'll tell you why afterwards.
Okay. But yeah, so I think it has to be Stephanie. However, what the secret can be, I have no idea. Because if it's Stephanie, if it's
Stephanie, it sounds fairish because he's saying "I love you."
Yeah, but I don't know.
And Stephanie has been out for a bit, and she's technically the owner.
Well, yeah, she was taken out by Roman,
right?
Like, I don't know. It's gonna be really weird, Sorg. I
Are
think.
you? How interested are you in the result of this?
Oh, it depends on the result. Oh, it totally depends on the result. It's. You remember with the higher power, Sorg?
Yeah.
It was me, Austin. It was me the whole time.
Maybe Kurt Angle's just talking to a split personality.
Then he'd be stealing my gimmick.
Maybe it's actually Corey Graves' brother, Sam Adonis, with his sweet Donald Trump flag.
No, I don't think we're going that way. I don't think we're going that way, Sorg.
No.
I don't think so. I think it's more likely that it's the Patriot Dill Wilkes than that happening.
I think it's more like, yeah, especially since
You know what it could be?
What?
It could be Kurt's personal trainer saying that he's going to be cleared to wrestle. And he's worried it could break up his family because he'd be wrestling again.
Ooh.
And the only reason he can tell Corey Graves is because Corey Graves is from Pittsburgh and he understands.
Oh. We need to find more Pittsburgh-based versions of this. This should just be the big question. What do you think? What do you think's on the other end of that line?
So that could be a thing. That could be a thing.
We'll see. Mike, how much of Raw was watchable tonight?
Oh man, I'll give it a solid 2 hours.
Okay. Tina's apparently trying to correct that she was actually taken out by Seth.
Was it Seth? Oh yeah, it was Seth. It was Seth. Excuse me. Those Shield boys get all confusing to me now.
All of them wearing black leather and shit. Again, for me, it was a very passive watch tonight. I think I was passively watching. Again, I'm about 45 minutes late in starting, so I'm going to give you about an hour and a half of it.
Okay. I think Raw really suffered from not having Braun on tonight, but I understand why.
That Braun factor. I know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Mike, you guys can check out the Wrestling Mayhem show tomorrow. We're gonna have 2 guests in the studio, Lee Moriarty and Sean Phoenix, some local wrestlers here in the area, and they're going to be part of the Stomp Out Cancer event charity happening in Lamont Furnace, PA. Yes, that's a place. I was there and I didn't know that's what it was called. So you can check out. I think it's stompoutcancerpgh.com. Is the site for that event, and of course we've been sharing it on social media as well, on Facebook especially. So we're gonna have some fun with those guys here in studio. I'm going to talk with them after for the Indie Mayhem show. Please subscribe to the Raw Wrap Up, the WWE Raw Wrap Up on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, and of course the video versions streaming here, at least for the time being, on our YouTube page for Wrestling Mayhem Show, and on the Facebook page we put the video on there as well for Wrestling Mayhem Show, and a lot of the other streaming happens there. So and probably a lot more here in the future. So keep an eye on that. Some really exciting things in the works, and so there might be new content in the future. I don't know. We just started talking to somebody interesting. So there's that. So thank you so much for joining us, Mad Mike. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at MadMike4883. Also, this coming week we'll have the Midweek War, and we'll be talking second round of the Cueto Cup. I might actually get to watch Impact this week. I don't know, because my DVR didn't record it last week, so we'll see what happens with that. But NXT looks good. We got Heavy Machinery going for a tag titles, and 205 looks really good too with the I Quit match. So should be fun.
Looks like it's going to be a pretty good week for wrestling. We'll see you guys next time. I'm at Sorgatron on the Twitter. Check out everything at sorgatronmedia.com. Keep it raw.